Hello everyone, this is another Geek, and as I've stated in a previous video, this October I'm doing a 13 movies to Halloween challenge, 13 horror movies to Halloween. The first movie of that challenge is The Serpent and the Rainbow. It is a 1988 Wes Craven film. It stars Bill Pullman and Kathy Tyson, and it's set in 1985 in Haiti. It is based on a true story of an anthropologist who went to Haiti to investigate the voodoo powder that turns people into zombies. But of course, it takes a couple of liberties, I guess. The movie starts with Bill Pullman. He plays the anthropologist Dr. Dave Allen, and he is on an expedition to Amazon. While he's there, he encounters a shaman, and he goes into a dream vision. There, he meets something evil, and he identifies its sense as this evil has killed his pilot there. So after he survives this encounter, he returns to the US and he meets with the higher-ups of a pharmaceutical company who sent him to Haiti to investigate an incident of necrophania. Necrophania is when somebody is alive but appears to be dead. That is attributed to a voodoo powder, and they want to use this voodoo powder as an anesthetic to help people survive surgery. While he's there, he senses the same sense of evil that he encountered in the Amazon, and he starts to investigate the case. He meets the doctor who treated the supposed dead. Her name is Dr. Maëlle Duchamp. He gets involved with a number of colorful characters there, gang leaders, witch doctors, etc. And one of them is the chief of the Feuilleton Macuse. His name is Darzant Petro, and he is not only a torturer for the secret police, but he's also a powerful witch doctor. And he is involved with voodoo, and he's not friendly to our protagonist. And it's Haiti, so there is soon to be an upcoming revolution against the regime there. I'm not quite certain what was the situation in Haiti back then, but I guess it wasn't that great for the people. And this is something that makes the movie really interesting, because throughout it there is this dreamlike feel, and one should expect that from Wes Craven, because he is well known for Nightmare on Elm Street, which also deals with dream logic and nightmares and stuff like that. And throughout the movie, Dr. Allen has a lot of nightmarish visions, like the first one he had on Amazon, and he does so while encountering some enigmatic and threatening characters to find the voodoo powder, and he has to deal with them, and he's quite competent at dealing with real-world problems. And this movie, that's why this movie feels less like a traditional horror movie with a monster and hunting down people and killing them and stuff, and it feels more like an Indiana Jones film, an adventure movie. But instead of huge action set pieces, chases, and punching, it has horror segments, like those dream visions early on, and later on it deals with some voodoo stuff that happen. There are a couple of good scares, like, at some point okay, it's a bit of a spoiler, so I'll leave it for the end of the movie, but it was my favorite part of it. So continuing on, I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones movies, and that's the reason why I enjoyed this one. Well, of course, there's always this great atmosphere. There is the way Haiti is portrayed, because instead of going on pure exoticism and folklore characterization, there is this feeling of alienness, because it's not a Western country. And this movie was shot in the Dominican Republic, I think. So there is a lot of authenticity to the portrayal of Haiti. But what makes it interesting is that it captured the setting quite well. It's full of characters of color that are not stereotypes. They are each of the characters our protagonist meets in Haiti is not a stereotype. It's very different they're different from each other. There is a lot of variety, in the characters. They're treated as people and characters one should encounter in a third world country, or no, not a third world country, in any country, to be honest. In any country with a tyrannical regime and underworld connections and poverty. So yes, it's not condescending to the Haitian people. It's actually quite interesting how it takes the plot of every other adventure movie and actually makes it about third world tropical country. To sum up, The Serpent and the Rainbow is a very fun movie. I would suggest you watch it if you're into older horror movies. Yes, some of the effects are dated, especially towards the end, and the plot is not quite formulaic. It's a bit unusual, but it holds up, mostly because of the direction. Wes Craven is an amazing horror director, and the interesting setting and story told there. Of course, that's the spoiler part I mentioned before. My absolute favorite moment, not moment, it's a series of scenes, is where Dr. Alan is poisoned with this voodoo powder, and he is dying as he's asking for help, but he's unable to speak properly because of the influence of the powder, and he's buried alive, and he has to escape a coffin, and that's always scary, being buried alive. That's I think that's the reason you should watch the movie for. That's the big money shot scene you have to watch in this movie to appreciate it, and it's quite scary, but it's also quite fun to watch. So yes, that was The Serpent of Rainbow. If you have watched this movie, please leave a comment. You can subscribe for more movie reviews. There are 12 more movies to follow. And I'll see you soon with another video. Have fun!